Welcome back again, students. Today we are discussing about NetConfig YANG in IoT. What is this NetConf YANG? NetConf YANG will provide sorry for this interruption. NetConfig YANG provides a standardized programmatical update and modify the configuration of the network device. To break this and to understand this further, YANG is a modeling language. YANG is a modeling language that describes the configuration changes. What configuration that the system is running, what configuration that the network is working. Whereas NetConf is simply, you can call it network configuration, is a protocol that applies the changes to the relevant data store. It means running, whether the device is running or whether the data is saved. All these things can be done by the NetConf protocol, configuration protocol. Basically, introduction, coming to the introduction, CLI. Configuring a network devices, we use command line interface. CLI is nothing but a command line interface. What is the previously we have a main method as a CLI. Whatever the network device, we have to use this CLI only, command line interface, to configure it. In some cases we use SNMP. Previously we discussed SNMP, right? However, these methods present a number of issues. What are the issues? We will see now. What is the disadvantage of the CLI? The CLI input commands differs from the vendor to vendor. Each vendor has different requirements. Based on the requirements, commands will be changed in the CLI, command line prompt. The CLI output from each vendor differs, requires separate passing logic for each vendor. As I said, different vendors having different requirements, as it shows that different logic also needed for the different vendors. CLI structure and the syntax are prone to the changes. The CLI structure and the syntaxes are, whenever the CLI updated, it will be changes. And the next thing is SNMP. What are the SNMP protocol disadvantages? Let's we will discuss it. Basically, SNMP follows the UDP protocol. In the last video, we discussed this. What is this UDP? It is a get response model. As a transport protocol, traditionally it is insecure. Of course, it is insecure, as they mentioned that SNMP version 3 provides the highest security, authentication and authorization, even though it is easily guessable thing. No clear delimiter between the configuration data and the monitoring data. Here the configuration data is nothing but the data which is required for this device to configure. Monitoring data is data which is produced by the device or a machine. These two data have no delimiter. We can't differentiate what is the configuration data, what is the monitoring data. We cannot so much time to differentiate this. This is one of the issue in this SNMP protocol. Lacks standard MIBs. As I said, management information base for the configuring networks. These are the barriers. Next, what is if we adopt this NetConf, a programmatic interface for device configuration and the separation of configuration and the state data. As I said previously, the configuration data and the monitoring data here. The ability to configure services, not just devices. Integrate error checking and recovery. Here is the sample architecture for the NetConfig model. Here is the ANG. ANG is nothing but yet another next generation. Is a data modeling language which provides a standardized way to model the operational and the configuration data of a network device. YANG, being a language, is being protocol independent, can be into any coding format like XML, JSON files. We have basically two types, open model and native models in this ANG. We have main components